wearing a mask and COVID testing are just two things that right now we can't get away from. They are just some of the evils that we are required to go through in order to travel. And we're going to talk about those items right after this. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. So, scheduled to begin next week, all travelers coming to the United States by air are going to be required to show proof of a negative COVID-19 test taken 1 day prior to departure instead of the current 3-day departure, and this is regardless of your vaccination status or your nationality. These new rules and regulations are coming up simply because of the new COVID-19 Omicron variant that they have now discovered. And of course, with a new COVID variant comes a new round of restrictions, a new round of changes, and a new round of protocols. Now, while this 1 day testing requirement does not directly affect cruising, it still can if you are traveling from outside of the United States in order to get on a cruise here in the U.S. So if you are planning to fly in here starting after next week, definitely take a look at your testing requirements, because instead of having the 3 days to get that test done, you are only going to have 1 day in order to get that test done. They have really shrunk that window down even more, and it was pretty much a pain in the rear end when they changed the testing requirements here to get on a cruise from 3 days to 2 days. That created quite a bit of hassle, quite a bit of problems for some individuals. And, going from 3 days to 1 day to fly may generate some of those same type of problems, depending on how the testing is, the facilities are in whatever country you are traveling from. Because like I said, you got to get that prior to flying into the United States. And right along with that, the federal transportation mask mandate has been extended. Now, originally it was scheduled to expire on January the 18th of 2022, and that has now been extended to March 18th of 2022. Now, this covers all public transportation such as buses, trains, and airplanes, and it also covers terminals and airports. And of course, this is the mandate that you must wear a mask while on any public transportation or any terminals. So if you were hoping that maybe the mask mandates were going to start to relax, looks like that has been extended even further. So again, while this is not a direct change to any cruise line's protocols, if you do fly into your cruise port to get onto your cruise, well, just know that wearing the mask in the airport, on the airplane, and in the cruise terminal has definitely been extended until March the 18th. Now, they are also planning on doubling the current fines for those that do not want to comply. So a minimum $500 fine for first-time offenders, up to $3,000 for repeat offenders who do not follow the mask mandate. And I'm sure you guys have seen it because there are videos all over the internet. It seems like there's constantly a new video of somebody getting dragged off an airplane for a simple non-compliance issue that seems to either start with a mask mandate or some kind of protocol update and then ends up in violence, and then you end up basically on a no-fly list and thousands of dollars in fines over masking. And don't get me wrong, wearing the mask is not my favorite thing. Flying in a mask is not my favorite thing. I have a flight coming up here in just a little over a week where I'm flying out to North Carolina. And yeah, I have to get to the airport here and pretty much put the mask on for about almost 6 hours total. I got my first flight, then I got a layover in Atlanta before then I go up to North Carolina. So yeah, I'm pretty much wearing the mask the entire time. And that's not my idea of a good time, but I'm also not going to do something dumb, get myself dragged off an airplane and then not even be allowed to fly anymore. But I will say this much. That is probably my biggest concern for this upcoming trip is, man, I hope nobody acts the fool on any of my flights, gets me delayed, and then I miss my connection over something as simple, though uncomfortable, but still simple, as wearing a mask on the airplane. Look, when you bought your airplane ticket, they told you you had to wear it. It's everywhere that you have to wear it when you get on the aircraft. You have to wear it when you're in the airport. Why someone gets on the airplane and that moment in their life decides, I'm going to take it off until the cops drag me off, I don't get it. But, you know, I don't know. I don't get it. But enough of that. I've gotten off track there a little bit. So if you are planning on flying into the United States after next week to take a cruise, definitely take a look at your testing requirements. Know that that window that you can take the test prior to flying has shrunk down. And just understand that mask mandates, at least for public transportation here in the United States, will continue through March 18th of 2022. Now, the CSO, the conditional sale order, is still set to go to a voluntary status here in January of 2022. And at this point, we really don't know what the cruise lines are going to do. Are they going to relax the mask mandates? With a brand new variant, with the Omicron out there, depending on where that goes, how that goes, and what kind of information they put on that, I don't know that mask mandates are going to relax on the cruise ships anytime soon. We may find that they are extended even further for those that have them, at least in the temporary. But time will tell, and of course, as soon as we have any information specifically from the cruise lines on protocol changes, we'll definitely let everybody know. The only one we've seen recently, of course, is the video we did a couple days ago on Celebrity Cruise Lines, requiring everybody 5 and older to be vaccinated. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at that one, do recommend you jump over and take a look at that. They join Disney Cruise Lines with that same requirement. All right, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. Have yourselves a great day, and of course, we will see you out on the high seas.